All right, another little teach tape here for quarterbacks and coaches, and this one's going to be on Blitz 0. Okay, so this was a big turning point in this game for the Giants. Okay, so what the Broncos are going to do here is they're going to show you a Blitz 0 look. Okay, so for those that don't know, Blitz 0 simply means there are 0 safeties on the back end playing zone coverage to help out on the back end. So cover 1 means there's 1 safety playing the free area on the back end, and we're playing man-to-man underneath it, but there's a free guy, 1 free guy. Blitz 0, there is no free guys. We've got man-to-man coverage across the board. We have no help deep, and they're going to blitz and try to blitz more than you can block. Okay, so the Giants have their 5 offensive linemen and 2 backs here to block. Okay, the Broncos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? And then they're going to bring number 8 over here. This is the blitz part of it. We can pick up the other 7. As a quarterback, I need to know where's number 8. Who's number 8? Who am I responsible for on this play, and do they bring him? Okay, so that's the first part of it, is the protection and knowing where that guy is. And I'll talk about why you want to know where that guy is in a minute, okay? So that's the first part of it. So you're going to see, as I fast forward, here comes the creep. Here he comes on the outside. That's the guy that Jackson Dart is going to be responsible for. We'll take care of the inside 7 on this particular play. All right, now becomes, what do we do on the outside? I know I've got an unblocked defender coming to me. I got to beat him with my throw, okay? So we have to ask the question, and obviously the best answer to the question is, I got a quick throw. I've got some quick throw that I can get out of my hands right away, and I can beat the pressure by, throwing the ball as quickly as possible. If I have one of those, I got to identify it, and I got to take it. I got to get the ball out of my hands and let my guy on the outside beat his guy man-to-man, okay? That's what I got to do. But if I don't have a quick throw, okay, not ideal, but if I don't have a quick throw, I've got to figure this out now, okay? So here's what the Giants are going to have. They're going to have kind of an 8-yard crosser here, and then they're going to have a deep crosser, what I call an influence post in the slot on the backside. So what Jackson Dart has to decide here is, which of these is my best option, okay? If I'm going to have a free runner and I got to get this ball out quick, which is the better option, okay? So the teaching point part of this is, when teams bring Blitz 0 like this, okay, what you're often going to see, and it doesn't happen every time, but what they have a very likelihood of doing is engaging some of these guys and popping them out. Okay, so we engage the offensive linemen, so they're stuck committing to block us, so we can still get our free runner out here, but then we can pop out of there and take away any quick throw that happens to the middle of the field. And that's why it's so vital for a quarterback to have a pressure plan. If I'm going to get Blitz 0, I have got to hit something quick outside the box. I got to make sure that I have a throw outside the box. Now, I don't care if this guy is pushing up 8 yards and hitting it. If I can hit him right now, 2 or 3 yards in that position and put the ball on him and he's got to break a tackle to get the first down, great. If I've got a guy breaking outside 2 to 3 yards, boom, I can take it and put it on him. Even if this guy out here just comes off and looks for me, just peeks for me while he's on the way to his route. He just peeks because he knows the guy over top of him came. If he peeks, boom. I put these 2 lines. These are my hots. I get the ball out to that guy in space. He catches it going vertical, and all he's got to do is break the 40-yard line, or if he makes a guy miss, we get a touchdown. But I need to make the throw outside the box. If I don't have a throw outside the box, then I have got to determine, how do I buy time as a quarterback? I call this retreat. Okay, I preach this to my young son who plays quarterback in college, that when you get Blitz 0, retreat. Run backwards. Get away from the line of scrimmage and get away from the extra rusher. Whether that's going straight back, whether that's fading a little bit to the right to stay away from the extra rusher, but retreat. Run backwards. It doesn't matter how deep you get on this drop. We're not worried about not setting a pocket for the offensive lineman. All we're worried about is getting back and buying ourselves enough time for this guy to get down the field and win. Okay? That's what we're trying to do. So I can drop back, buy time, let him win, and lay the football out there. The more time that I can buy, the better off I can be, because this guy is set on a deep angle. He could also flatten this. We don't really know, because he's got to decide on the run, right? In most cases, now sometimes it's designated, stay high, stay low, whatever. That's great if you have that, so you know exactly where the throw is going as a quarterback. When we did this, it was a combination. If you're running and you can stay on a high angle based on the leverage of your guy, stay on a high angle, okay? If he cuts you off and you've got to flatten it, flatten it, okay? So it makes it a challenge on Blitz 0, because you only have so much time to hold the football and see what he's going to do. But as we go back, this is what happened. Jackson is looking for the quickest route, which is that crosser, but in doing so, they pop a guy out. He reads the quarterback's eyes. He sits in the middle. We've got to avoid the free blitzer while we're doing this. And boom, we throw it right to the defensive guy. And it becomes a big turning point in this game. Now, look at the other side of this, okay? If he just buys time, get back, buy time, and then quick set, okay? I always think that's important. Instead of just falling away, if you can help it, and having to throw this ball with your body, retreat, and then quick set your feet so you can get set and drive this throw, okay? So you're going to see this right here as this guy comes open. Oh, I just needed a little bit more time. If I can buy a little bit more time, the DB's sitting at the sticks. Look at this. Look at all this space. And that's the beautiful thing too, is I've got all this space over here to throw it. So I can lay this ball up and let my guy go get it. I don't have to necessarily be perfect on the throw, just as long as we get on the same page, or it happens fast enough that I can see the angle that he's coming out on, right? If you got to throw it before that angle comes out, now we're just in a tough spot right there, because you're going to obviously throw it to where he's going and hope that he stays on that angle so you can get a big play. But nonetheless, that's what we want to do, what we want to do to attack this particular coverage, because you see what Hufunga's doing right here. He's squatting, right? He's expecting the ball to come out quick because we're bringing Blitz 0, so he squats his feet. So it's perfect. Get up on him, and I'd love to see this receiver seam inside a little bit more to get inside of him right now so he doesn't get slowed down at the top and got to get banged at the top and change that angle or slow that angle down. But nonetheless, he's squatting because he's expecting the ball to come out. If we can get past him, there is a huge opportunity for a big play right here. But it's a learning process for a young quarterback. But to understand, that's what you're going to see oftentimes with Blitz 0. They're going to engage you, and then they're going to pop guys out to the inside. If you're late throwing it to the inside, think Patrick Mahomes down in the red zone against the Jags a couple weeks ago. They engaged and popped out. He was trying to throw it quick, but he didn't throw it quick enough. He didn't throw it like a hot throw. It got too far over the ball, and it turned into a pick six from the goal line. Same thing happens here, is it doesn't happen fast enough. Got to hit it outside the box. Got to be ready to put it on him. If you don't have that throw because he's not ready yet, then you got to get to something deeper. You got to buy yourself some time. You got to lay it out so you don't put the ball in harm's way like this.